Have you ever walked into a pharmacy, grabbed a bottle of multivitamins, and felt confident that you were doing something good for your health? After all, the label says complete nutrition, supports immunity, daily essentials, and all kinds of comforting promises. But what if I told you that many of these multivitamins are nothing more than, beautifully marketed nutritional illusions? Welcome back to Live Healthy Every Day. Today, we're uncovering a truth that many people, including doctors, nutritionists, and health-conscious families, never get told. Most multivitamin products are built on cheap ingredients, misleading labels, and formulas that your body can barely absorb. Let's break it down step by step. Flip over almost any common multivitamin bottle. Look at the first ingredient. You'll often see calcium carbonate. Sounds scientific, but what is it really? It's limestone, a rock. And it's usually the largest ingredient by weight. This is one reason vitamin tablets feel heavy. You are literally swallowing ground rock. Even worse, calcium carbonate is one of the hardest forms of calcium for the body to absorb. It may require up to a dozen metabolic steps before your cells can use it. Now contrast that with calcium from food, dairy, cheese, leafy vegetables, which your body naturally recognizes. Food-based calcium comes with proteins, enzymes, and cofactors that support absorption. But when it comes to the version made from rocks, your digestive system is forced to work overtime, and honestly, the results may still be disappointing. And the same problem appears with magnesium oxide, another incredibly common ingredient. Magnesium is essential for over 300 biochemical reactions: muscle relaxation, sleep quality, nerve signaling, stress control. But magnesium oxide is one of the worst absorbed forms. Only 3 to 4% gets absorbed. The rest? It acts like a laxative. Some people think, well, I'll just take more. But taking more doesn't increase absorption. It just increases bathroom time. This is where cost cutting begins to make a real difference. For manufacturers, magnesium oxide is cheap. Magnesium glycinate or malate, much more expensive. So guess which one ends up in mass-market multivitamins? Next, let's talk about synthetic vitamins like ascorbic acid, commonly sold as vitamin C. Many companies claim natural and synthetic vitamins are identical because the basic molecular shape looks similar. But in reality, the body doesn't just use the molecule. It uses the entire package that comes with it. In nature, vitamin C is never just ascorbic acid. It comes with bioflavonoids, enzymes, antioxidants, and phytonutrients that work together like a team. But synthetic vitamin C? It's usually made from genetically modified corn treated with sulfuric acid, processed into white crystals, placed into a capsule, and sold as natural. Yes, it works to a degree, but it doesn't behave exactly like vitamin C from oranges, kiwis, or berries, because it's missing the cofactors your cells expect. And this problem shows up with other vitamins too. Take synthetic B12, which is cyanocobalamin, and folic acid, also known as B9. These forms require the body to convert them into their active versions, but around 40% of people have genetic limitations that prevent efficient conversion. Instead of benefiting you, unconverted synthetic vitamins can build up in your system and may even contribute to unwanted side effects. This is why higher quality supplements use forms like methylcobalamin or methylfolate, forms your body can use immediately without conversion steps. Let's look at something many consumers never notice: fillers. A common one is maltodextrin, an industrial starch made from extremely cheap field corn. It's so cheap, it costs pennies per ton, and it's used in powders, capsules, and tablets as a binding or drying agent. Here's the scary part. Maltodextrin spikes your blood sugar faster than table sugar. Yet legally, it can be labeled a complex carbohydrate, even though it behaves almost exactly like a fast-acting sugar. Imagine buying a supplement because you want to improve your health, only to unknowingly raise your blood sugar every single time you take it. And, this is just one example. Many multivitamins contain hidden binders, stabilizers, and anti-caking agents the average person never reads because the ingredient list is small, subtle, or confusing. Inside your body, vitamins don't work alone. Every biochemical process, from healing tissues to producing energy, relies on cofactors, minerals, enzymes, trace elements, and phytonutrients that help reactions happen efficiently. When you take isolated synthetic vitamins without their natural cofactors, your body may struggle to use them. Worse, taking too much of one nutrient may drain your supply of others, creating an imbalance. But whole foods never create this problem. A carrot doesn't give you isolated vitamin A. It gives you beta-carotene, fiber, antioxidants, minerals, and dozens of supporting nutrients that work together. This is why whole food-based supplements are more effective. They mimic nature's design. You may think the supplement industry is made of health-focused companies led by nutritionists, herbalists, or wellness experts, but nearly all major multivitamin brands are owned by large pharmaceutical corporations, chemical companies, junk food conglomerates, and investment groups whose priority is profit, not health. Centrum, one a day, nature made. Each is controlled by multi-billion-dollar industries with long histories of cost-cutting, marketing manipulation, and in some cases, criminal fines. And the raw ingredients? Well, they often come from 3 or 4 giant chemical manufacturers that sell synthetic vitamins to multiple brands. That means, a lot of products claiming to be all natural are actually produced using the same industrial processes, the same synthetic ingredients, and honestly, the same fillers. The video's core message isn't never take vitamins. It's really about being informed, being careful, and understanding what's inside the bottle. Here's what truly matters. Look for whole food-based vitamins. Choose bioavailable forms like glycinate, citrate, or methylated types. Avoid fillers such as maltodextrin. Don't just assume expensive packaging means quality. And, above all, focus on nutrient-dense foods first. Most people assume that if a multivitamin contains a long list of nutrients, then it must be complete and effective. But one of the biggest misconceptions in the supplement world is that more nutrients equal better results. In truth, your body doesn't need a massive checklist. It needs the right nutrients, in the right forms, taken at the right time, with the right supporting factors. This brings us to one of the most overlooked realities of modern supplements: nutrient interactions. The hidden rules that determine whether a vitamin helps you, does nothing at all, or actually blocks another nutrient completely. Nutrient competition, when vitamins cancel each other out. Inside your digestive system, nutrients don't simply line up and wait to get absorbed. Many of them compete with each other, especially minerals. For example, calcium competes with magnesium, zinc competes with copper, and iron competes with everything. Calcium, magnesium, zinc, and more. High-dose vitamin C can reduce copper absorption, and folic acid can hide symptoms of B12 deficiency. Now picture a giant once-a-day multivitamin tablet that mixes all of these together, at the same time, in the same pill, with no spacing, no timing, and no balance. You swallow it, hoping for a health boost. But inside your gut, it becomes a biochemical traffic jam. Only a fraction of the nutrients make it through, and the rest either cancel each other, get flushed away, or create imbalances that your body must fix later. This is one major reason people often say, "I took multivitamins for months and felt nothing." It's not you. It's the formula. The problem of megadosing, when more isn't better. Many popular multivitamins contain doses far above what your body can use. The idea is to impress consumers. 1000% of your daily vitamin B12, 700% of vitamin C, 300% of vitamin E. But excess doesn't mean better, especially for fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. These vitamins are stored in body tissues and can build up over time. Too much vitamin A, for example, can lead to headaches, fatigue, reduced bone density, increased fracture risk, and liver stress. Yet many multivitamins still include synthetic vitamin A in high amounts because, honestly, it looks good on a label. Water-soluble vitamins can also be problematic. High doses of synthetic B6, for example, may cause tingling, nerve sensitivity, and even numbness in fingers or toes. Even if the effects are mild, they show that megadosing without purpose can, do more harm than good. Whole foods never megadose you. Nature understands balance far better than manufactured pills. The timing mistake. Why once-a-day pills don't work. Most nutrients are not designed to be absorbed all at once. Some are better taken with fat, like vitamins A, D, E, and K. Others, like iron and magnesium, are best with food. Some, like iron and zinc, should be taken away from calcium. And, honestly, a lot of nutrients, like vitamin C and B vitamins, are best in small doses throughout the day. Yet companies still promote once-daily convenience, creating tablets that release everything together in a short window, overwhelming your system. Think about it for a second. Would you eat all your calories for the day in one giant meal? Probably not. So, why would nutrients be any different? Your body is a living, active, constantly working system. It uses vitamins and minerals gradually, not in a single burst. The once-a-day concept is designed for marketing and convenience, not biology. Hidden forms that look good on labels, but perform poorly. Many multivitamins intentionally use nutrient forms that sound impressive but lack real-world effectiveness. For example, vitamin K1 is cheaper but far less effective for bone health than vitamin K2 MK7. Iron ferrous sulfate is difficult to absorb and, honestly, pretty harsh on the stomach. Vitamin E DL-alpha tocopherol is a synthetic version that just doesn't behave like natural vitamin E from foods. And niacinamide is used instead of real niacin to avoid flushing, but also avoids many benefits. These forms allow companies to legally claim, contains vitamin K, contains iron, contains vitamin E, but, legally meeting requirements does not mean biologically useful. Real health depends on forms your body actually recognizes. The digestive factor, why absorption matters even more than ingredients. Even the best nutrients are, honestly, useless if your digestive system cannot absorb them. This is where a lot of people fail without even realizing it. As we age, especially after 40, stomach acid production gradually decreases. Stomach acid is essential for absorbing things like calcium, magnesium, zinc, iron, B12, and, well, many other micronutrients. So, even if a multivitamin includes good ingredients, your body may still absorb very little. This is exactly why so many older adults are deficient in B12, iron, and magnesium, even though they take supplements regularly. Advanced multivitamin formulas include digestive enzymes, probiotics, active nutrient forms, and minerals designed for low-acid environments. Cheap multivitamins include none of this. Why food-based supplements make a massive difference is pretty interesting. Whole food-based vitamins don't rely on your body to figure out how to use them. They come packaged with enzymes, trace minerals, natural antioxidants, plant cofactors, fiber, and natural carriers like lipids or amino acids. These cofactors act like keys that unlock absorption. This explains why 50 milligrams of vitamin C from acerola cherries can outperform 500 milligrams of synthetic ascorbic acid. Because, your body sees it as food, not a chemical. When nutrients come from real sources, your body simply works better. 7. The reality of premium marketing tricks. Just because a bottle says things like ultra premium, advanced formula, clinical strength, maximum potency, or even pharmaceutical grade, it really doesn't mean it uses high-quality ingredients. Many of these terms are, really just unregulated marketing phrases. A company can label almost anything as premium, even if the formula is identical to dozens of cheaper brands. The real signs of quality are things like methylated B vitamins, chelated minerals such as glycinate, malate, or citrate, whole food extracts, transparent sourcing, and, minimal fillers. These indicators speak louder than any fancy slogan. The future of vitamins really is precision nutrition. The supplement industry is, slowly shifting toward a new trend, personalized nutrition. Instead of those one-size-fits-all multivitamins, the future will be all about targeted formulas, nutrient timing, absorbable forms, DNA-informed nutrient needs, gut health-based supplementation, and food-derived micronutrient complexes. Because, honestly, the truth is simple. Your body has unique needs. Your lifestyle has unique demands. Your health goals require unique support. No mass-market multivitamin can meet all. One of the biggest problems with most multivitamins is that they completely ignore the actual deficiency patterns found in real people. Humans don't lack 20 or 30 nutrients at the same time. Yet most formulas cram everything into one pill to create the illusion of, complete support. In reality, the majority of adults are only deficient in a handful of key nutrients: vitamin D, B12, magnesium, omega-3s, zinc, and occasionally selenium. When you take a multivitamin loaded with dozens of unnecessary nutrients, your body has to divide its resources to process all of them, kind of like forcing a tiny two-person team to run an entire factory with 20 active production lines. The body doesn't operate on the more is better principle. It actually follows biological priorities. Nutrients you're truly deficient in get absorbed efficiently. Nutrients you already have enough of are absorbed poorly, excreted quickly, or worse, they build up and cause problems. This is why fat-soluble vitamins like A and E, especially in their synthetic forms, can accumulate and put stress on the liver or increase oxidative load. Another overlooked issue is how many multivitamins are made. High heat and heavy compression. During tablet manufacturing, heat and pressure can degrade sensitive vitamins like B1, B6, B9, and vitamin C. So even if the label says 100 milligrams, a significant portion may already be lost before you ever open the bottle. In some cases, 30 to 50% or more. On top of that, hard-pressed tablets often fail to dissolve properly in the stomach, especially in older adults who naturally produce less stomach acid. As a result, the pill may reach the small intestine still partially intact, leaving nutrients trapped inside. In fact, studies have shown that over 40% of cheap multivitamins do not dissolve properly under simulated stomach acid tests. This explains why some people literally find whole fragments of tablets in the toilet. The pill passed through the system without delivering its nutrients. So absorption is only one part of the story, right? For vitamins to actually work, they need the right partners, known as cofactors. For instance, vitamin D needs magnesium. Then there's vitamin K2, which needs healthy fats. And folate, well, it needs B12. When a multivitamin isn't formulated with these relationships in mind, biological pathways can stall. A good example of this is when someone supplements with high-dose vitamin D without enough magnesium. This is a pretty common situation, and it results in what we call inactive vitamin D circulating in the body. This inactive form isn't performing its role in bones, immunity, or even metabolism. Most multivitamins also fail to consider cellular uptake, which is, actually different from just simple absorption. Even if nutrients enter the bloodstream, they still need carriers, like amino acids, lipids, or plant compounds, to cross cell membranes. Whole foods naturally provide these carriers, but synthetic isolates just do not. Another hidden concern is the common use of spray drying technology to turn vitamin mixtures into powdered form. While sure it's efficient, this process often destroys delicate phytonutrients, those plant compounds that dramatically improve nutrient performance inside the body. Without them, synthetic vitamins really lose the synergistic power that whole food nutrients naturally have. And we can't ignore the regulatory reality here. Supplements are categorized as dietary products, not medications. This means companies are allowed to make pretty bold claims, self-certify quality, and even design formulas with minimal oversight. Two multivitamins may look similar on the shelf, but they can actually vary massively in purity, potency, and sourcing behind the scenes. All of these factors reveal a simple truth. Not all multivitamins deliver what they promise. Many create a false sense of security while offering, honestly, very little real benefit. When it comes to long-term health, understanding what your body actually needs is far more powerful than just swallowing a long list of cheap synthetic ingredients.
Another issue that rarely gets discussed is the use of artificial colors and flavors in multivitamins. That bright yellow, orange, or red color in many tablets isn't because they're packed with nutrient-rich ingredients. It's because manufacturers add synthetic dyes, like yellow 6, red 40, or blue 1. These additives are controversial, with studies linking them to immune reactions, hyperactivity in sensitive children, and inflammatory responses in some adults. Chewable and gummy vitamins contain even more questionable ingredients: refined sugar, glucose syrup, artificial flavors, and even mineral oils. For children, this creates a contradiction. Parents buy vitamins to support their child's health, but the product delivers several grams of sugar per serving. Some gummy vitamins contain 3 to 4 grams of sugar per piece, almost an entire teaspoon. Worse yet, gummies can't hold certain minerals at all. Iron, magnesium, and zinc often can't be included due to chemical instability. This means most complete gummy vitamins for kids are missing half the nutrients children actually need, even though the label looks full and impressive. Another overlooked detail is nutrient stability over time. Vitamins degrade. Vitamin C, B1, B6, and folate oxidize quickly. Vitamin D and K degrade when exposed to light, so the number printed on the label may not reflect the number you're actually consuming months later. High-end brands account for this loss by adding extra to compensate, but low-cost brands often don't bother. Transparency is another major problem. Many supplement labels do not reveal where their raw ingredients come from. Two bottles may look nearly identical, but one might use high-grade European-sourced nutrients while the other uses cheap, poorly tested materials. Without sourcing details, consumers have no way to tell. Dosage is yet another overlooked concern. Different ages, genders, and health conditions require different formulas. For example, someone with anemia needs iron, but someone with high iron should avoid it entirely. Pregnant women need methylated folate, not synthetic folic acid. Adults over 50 need methyl B12 due to reduced absorption, and children require entirely different ratios from adults. There is no such thing as one multivitamin that fits everyone. But, mass market brands pretend there is because it just makes marketing so much easier. Whole foods don't work this way. Nutrients in real foods, they actually adjust naturally. When your body is low, absorption increases. When your body is sufficient, they balance out. Synthetic vitamins do not adapt. They deliver a fixed dose no matter what your body actually needs. Sometimes you get too little, sometimes too much, rarely just right. So, what's the smarter approach? Well, begin with real food. Leafy greens, fish, eggs, berries, nuts, whole grains, fresh fruits. These foods build a foundation synthetic pills can never replicate. When supplements are needed, choose products that use active forms, whole food extracts, clean ingredients, transparent sourcing, and highly absorbable mineral forms. Quality, honestly, matters more than quantity. Your health is the one thing you just can't rebuild from scratch. Once you understand what really happens behind the scenes of the supplement industry, you gain the power to make decisions that genuinely protect your long-term well-being. If this information opened your eyes, take a moment to subscribe, comment, and follow Live Healthy every day so you never miss another video that helps you live smarter, stronger, and healthier every single day.